This woman isn't as sweet and innocent as you think she is. Jasmine Chiswell is a liar. She used Marilyn Monroe to reach fame, and I have proof. When I first exposed her, people were going all over her social media platforms, telling her I exposed her and she reported my video and got it taken down. She lied about having her signature and said she was going to get it authorized, but never did.
I found her signature, so I've sent it away to get it authorized, so I'll keep you posted.
When really that's impossible because Marilyn's signature looked like this, not like a sloppy kid's handwriting, and said Marilyn wrote it in a 1952 Sharpie, when really Sharpies were made in the 60s, more than 10 years later. And Marilyn only lived in the house in 1953 and lived in here for 9 months, which was a honeymoon home her and her husband Joe DiMaggio lived in. And lied, saying she found Marilyn Monroe's belt in the house.
Is this Marilyn Monroe's belt?
But the belt is completely different, because the jewels on the belt Jasmine has are huge, and the one Marilyn has are tiny, and also Marilyn moved out of the honeymoon home a year later in 1954, when she owned the belt, and wore it when she was forced to announce her divorce to the public by 20th Century Fox. And Kelsey Davis collabed with Jasmine and said that Marilyn spiritually told her to call her Norma instead of Marilyn.
I asked if she was Marilyn, and she told me to call her Norma.
But really, Marilyn preferred to be called Marilyn because Norma jeans reminded her of her traumatic and dark childhood, and lied saying that her house has Marilyn's dog Prince, who was named Mafia Honey. But that's impossible because Marilyn received her dog from Frank Sinatra in 1960, which was 6 years later, after leaving that house in 1954. And she was told by Aaron Parsons that she didn't have a lipstick Marilyn Monroe used or owned.
This is Marilyn Monroe's lipstick, and we're going to try it.
Tons of Marilyn's makeup has come up for auction. I've even won some items, including one of her lipsticks. I have never seen a Guerlain object item come up for auction, not once.
She even accused Marilyn Monroe many times for haunting and ghosting her and her family. The only reason Jasmine Chiswell is famous is for impersonating Marilyn Monroe, and stopped doing once she got the fame she wanted. Every time you search her up, she's on news articles and on the news for looking like Marilyn. Jasmine Chiswell is one of the many people who exploit Marilyn for publicity and attention. And that's the one thing Marilyn hated, which was being used for another person's gain. That's why she had few friends, because they used her for fame. She even went to as far as supporting the Blonde movie, which completely exploited and sexualized Marilyn Monroe, even recreating the death scene for the film in Marilyn's real house and room she died in.